with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Now Weekend NOWCAST. A new series called Souls to the Polls made its way to our area this weekend. The new event is designed to mobilize the faith community to vote in the November election. The event featured a special guest, Pennsylvania's House Democratic leader, in celebration of Juneteenth. Haley Potter has the latest.
We're all gathered here together. Let me hear you one more time say freedom!
Freedom is the basis of the newly observed national holiday, Juneteenth.
And certainly the vote is the most basic right of freedom.
Representative Joanna McClinton traveled to Erie from Philadelphia for a special event kicking off Juneteenth weekend called Souls to the Polls, designed to mobilize communities of faith to get out and vote in November.
It's beyond the presidential. It's not every 4 years that one person's asking for your vote or one party.
The Voting Rights Act, amen.
Pastor Daryl Cook led this event and tells me Juneteenth is about emancipation and freedom, and political process has to be engaged for that to happen.
All of this is connected. Faith, community, government, our vote, it's all connected. It's all very important.
There was music, prayer, and speeches from several community leaders. McClinton being the keynote, reminding everyone the importance of voting in all elections and the importance of how far we've come since June 19th, 1865. McClinton is the Democratic House leader, but this event was still considered nonpartisan.
We're going to tell people who to vote for, but we do want them to be informed and energized to know that their vote matters.
Haley Potter, Erie News Now.
And it might not be long before Pennsylvanians could carry guns without concealed carry permits. It's House Bill 659 with Warren Republican State Rep Kathy Rapp as one of those co-sponsors. Now, if it passes and becomes law, it would give Pennsylvania adults the right to carry concealed weapons without special permits. Harrisburg lawmakers could vote on it soon. If it passes, Pennsylvania would join the 20 other states that allow weapons to be carried without a permit. And Erie's boating season is finally here, and plenty of people are ready to soak up the sun on Lake Erie. But sudden severe weather can make your day on the boat very dangerous. Our Kristen Allen spoke to the experts on how to stay afloat.
You can find plenty of people relaxing on Lake Erie almost any warm summer day. But the skies can go dark in just a matter of minutes.
We've rescued a few people through the 15 years that we've been here where they took some waves over, got enough water in the boat that the motor got to be partially covered with water, and it shut off.
Rob Orelski has owned and operated Port Erie Sports since 2006. They rent out different kinds of watercraft like boats and jet skis. After years in the business, he's seen how fast a sunny day can go dim.
Severe weather can seemingly come out of nowhere. Here at Port Erie Sports, they say when that happens, get back to the dock as soon as you can.
If the boat is at capacity, it's sitting lower in the water, they could take one big wave over the bow. At that point, we tell them they have to absolutely turn around and come back.
Turn the boat to go with the wind and waves instead of against them. That will keep the boat from filling up with water. In severe weather situations, weight distribution on the water is even more important. Rushing everyone to one side of a boat can have major consequences.
A few years ago, we had some folks all run to one side of the boat, and the boat actually capsized. That's definitely a must. You need to distribute your weight evenly.
Orelski says the key to preventing these situations is to pay attention to safety procedures and monitor the weather forecast as much as you can.
There's always hazards on the water, and that's why we would hope that they would pay close attention when we're going over our safety stuff with them. Yep, and it's fun to get out on the water.
Kristen Allen, Erie News Now.
And Port Erie Sports says if there's a chance for severe weather or if Lake Erie waves are over 2 feet high, they don't send people out on the water just to be safe. And if you want to track the forecast for your boating day, stay with us here on air and online at erienewsnow.com. And if you're looking for something fun to do outside, beer giant Labatt has an idea. Go try kayaking, and they're willing to pick up the bill next week. Canadian beer company Labatt is offering free kayak rentals to Erie all week long. They're calling it Labatt Lake Days. It's a new program to encourage people to get outside and on the water after a year of quarantine. Labatt is covering the cost of the first 50 kayak rentals each day for people 21 and older at the Prescow Boat Rental. It runs from next Monday, June 21st through Sunday, June 27th. And the Party at the Pines Summer Concert Series continues. Country band Post Road and lead vocalist Sarah Maria from Northeast Ohio performing at Whispering Pines Golf Course in Meadville. The band showcases original music and covers from top country artists. The concert series runs every other Friday until Labor Day. Next up is Pat Benatar and Bon Jovi tribute on July 2nd. A house in Lawrence Park is known to have been used by the Underground Railroad to help escaped the slaves find refuge in Canada during the early and mid-1800s. The new owner of this house is embracing that history and hopes to someday give tours of the residence and the tunnel that was used back then. John Last has the details in this Juneteenth edition of The Last Word.
As the nation observes Juneteenth, it's a good day to focus on this house in Lawrence Park. It played an important role in freeing slaves before the official emancipation. It is firmly believed that escaped slaves were escorted to this stone house, which still sits at the intersection of East Lake Road and Water Street. There is a tunnel that starts inside the house that leads to Lake Erie. However, the tunnel entrance is sealed.
This is one of the things that really brought me to this house.
Mike Goodman purchased the house last year.
Kind of disappointed they actually blocked it off, but I could understand why the previous owner did that.
The previous owner sealed the tunnel entrance with multiple layers of red brick to keep out intruders. Mike tried to drill through the brick to examine the tunnel. He wants to send an inspection camera in there, but right now, he needs a bigger drill bit.
Because I don't know if the tunnel is collapsed or what the condition of it is. So I figured if I could drill a hole through there, put the scope in, it'll give me a lot better idea on where to go from here.
That's important because Mike wants to open his home for tours. The tour would include a walk through the tunnel if the tunnel can be made safe. The other end of the tunnel has also been sealed, and Mike wants to see if it might also be opened. Many people are hoping everything works out.
We do have a few people that are extremely interested in their ancestry, and Underground Railroad tunnels is part of it. So a couple of them, I said, if I do open it up, I wanted them to be the first ones to come through.
With The Last Word in Lawrence Park, John Last, Erie News Now.
And it was a busy day at the Erie Zoo for Equipment Day. Families waited in long lines with their kids to get into the zoo to see all the heavy-duty machinery. There was everything from dump trucks to tractors. All the machines displayed were supplied by local vendors. Children of all ages got to get up close and interact like they were on a construction site.
It's like bringing them to this every year. It's fun to seeing all the big trucks and stuff. So, yeah. And we made our own hard hats for this.
And it was a big turnout for Equipment Day, and the first 1,000 kids got a free yellow hard hat. Now this is happening until 2 p.m. today. And thanks for joining us for the Erie News Now Weekend Nowcast. Tune in to Erie News Now for the latest news, weather, and sports starting at 6 o'clock tonight. Have a great day.